beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading for the full moon in Virgo. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is a little bonus reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to let you know, the full moon in Virgo is an extremely powerful force that will affect us all energetically from the 7th of March. Now, you may already be feeling that shift as we've started the month. But this full moon, it takes place just when Saturn, the planet of hard work, tough love, hard facts, rules and regulations, changes signs into Pisces. So expect to feel extra sensitive and emotional around about this time. However, it does make a more resilient character of you. So it is not to be feared. It'll actually call us out in areas where we feel life needs to change. So it is actually a very positive step and helps us to step into our power even further. You may also expect a little bit more focus in your health, eating habits, sleeping patterns, exercise routines, and anything that's really good for you. I'm pausing because I can feel the energy is quite explosive in your cards at the moment. I'm not surprised actually. You got Uranus there as your last card. Well, they want me to go one more, so it's like your penultimate card there, which is unexpected surprise, suddenness. Okay, so we will address that when we get to it. This could be a sudden idea, but there's definitely a burst of energy happening for you in particular as we move throughout this full moon period. Now, as I was saying, you're going to be focused a little bit more on your health during this time, just because the full moon is in Virgo, so it does give us that influence. You may look more at natural products for nutrition or alternative therapies. Also, this full moon will see you become the best version of yourself with empathy and love, to release any perfectionistic tendencies and eradicate that inner critical narrative that we all have at some point, in order to love the parts of yourself that you've neglected due to a busy lifestyle or to any emotional upset. If you've had a lot of responsibilities recently as well, this full moon period will help you to slow down and smell the roses, shall we say, or really focus on your own needs. This period also will influence you, or shall I say encourage you, to declutter your home space, balance your finances, and be in the flow of natural organization. You're going to get a lot done, be very productive during this period, but it's not going to feel like a chore. It's not going to feel like you have to do it. You're just actioning it. It's just happening. You feel motivated to do it. Also, you're going to bring a little bit more reflection or meditation into your life, a little bit more quiet time. Also, some of you may find time to settle down and read a good book during this period. Now, Neptune and Mars, they actually clash during this time. So you may have excess energy. That's what I'm definitely feeling from your reading. There's just so much explosive energy. You'll have excess energy that you don't really know what to do with. So you may either join a gym, or you may find an exercise routine that helps you channel that energy in a more healthy fashion. Also, you'll be looking at balancing out your energy. So if you are someone who, certain foods perhaps make you have an energetic mood swing, whether it gives you a quick fix of a high and then suddenly a crashing low, whether it's like processed sugars and things like that. I feel like you're finding balance in your world in order to make sure that you have a constant stream of energy to get stuff done. Okay, thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay, so we actually have quite a few major arcanas going on in your reading. So this is a big deal, this moon energy for you in particular. We will address it as it comes. Okay, your first card here is Sagittarius. Now, of course, you are not Sagittarius, but you're going to feel that influence. Sagittarius energy is highly connected to Jupiter, of course, which is all about good luck, expansion, opportunity. And as you can see, we've got lucky, freedom, exploration, traveling, risk taker, open-minded, optimistic, adventurous, outspoken, blunt, tactless. Okay, now I'm not saying you're any of those things. You're not blunt or tactless, but you are honest to attack, and you say what you mean and you mean what you say. So that's something that is wonderful about you beautiful Taurians out there. But what I feel, this is your protagonist energy. Okay, so this is what you're calling in at this moment. The second pile is your resistance position, which indicates any obstacles that you've experienced or any worries that you have. And of course, the last pile there is the outcome, how things are going to work out for you. So you're actually calling in a little bit of luck, okay? I always say this about your sign. Part of you does believe in luck and believe in fate, but you are a very industrious sign. You get busy doing. So, you ultimately make your own luck, essentially. But this is going to be a time where there's going to be a lot of opportunity coming towards you. And, even though you may have been going through a lot of difficulty, because we have a 9 of Flames here and we have a Hangman, so they are indicating that you may have been feeling a little bit like in limbo, or you may have felt like you've been battling away at something and it just never stops. You may feel that you have taken on a lot of responsibility and you're just feeling overworked, overwhelmed, and you're really asking, is this it? Does it get better? What is my path? How can I change certain circumstances to bring a little bit more fun and spontaneity into my world? So I feel like you're looking at making those shifts. And also, though, even though you are aware that there needs to be certain transformations in your life, during this full moon in Virgo, you're going to reflect on the areas where you are lucky, where, things that you have accomplished. You're going to give yourself credit for the difficult journey that you've had, that you are where you are right now because you've had the strength to be here, that you have overcome a lot of tumultuous opportunities or difficulties, and you're making things happen. You are someone who is surviving and thriving at the same time, even despite difficult circumstances. Now, in terms of world events, we're all going through radical shifts and changes. We have been going through that for some time, but it's become a little bit more apparent in the last 18 months or more. So I feel that you are really looking at how to change your luck, bring in a lot more opportunity. And if you've been going through some difficult times because of those events, I feel like you're strategizing and finding a very clear way to action, a plan that is going to be very lucrative for you as well. This card, they're indicating you are someone who is very open-minded, and even though you are an earth element, which tends to be someone who's very grounded in reality, you're also very, very flexible, okay? So you are making adjustments in your life right now that your future self will thank you for. You are on the right path. Look, there's like a lottery win there, there's flights, there's 4-leaf clover. Now, I'm not saying that you're all going to run out there and play the lottery and win, but what I feel here is that you're going to see that anything that you turn your hand to is going to work out in your favor, okay? Also, I see that you are realizing that life is a game of risk, really, and opportunity and chance. You've got the hard work and the self-discipline, the commitment, the confidence, and also the talent to back it up. But also, 9 times out of 10 to get to where you want to go. Of course, it takes hard work, but you are aware that there is an element of luck that needs to be in the mix. And I feel like you have prepared yourself to a certain degree where now when luck enters the mix, you're ready to take that opportunity, or you're ready to make that change, okay? Whether you're retired or not, whether you're in a career environment or not, I really feel that the changes you're making are very, very lucky indeed. They're actually showing me a dandelion plant or flower right now. It's not a plant, flower. Now, normally when you get a dandelion, it tends to mean make a wish, okay? Because this is a period where you're highly in a manifestation mode and you're connecting to the law of attraction. So, thoughts are becoming things. So think it into being is what I'm saying. Imagine yourself that you've got it right now, whether that's you wanting to live a lifestyle of luxury, or you want to have a jet set lifestyle where you're, living the dream. Whatever it is, visualize yourself living it. Don't think about it like, oh, it'd be nice if I could have that in the future. Visualize it like you got it right now, because that attracts it like a magnet quicker into your everyday circumstances, okay? So I do feel right now you're trying to bring a little bit more excitement and spontaneity into your world, because you may feel that some of these things you are lacking at the moment. Even if finances are good, you may be feeling that they're tied up in certain assets or certain investments, or you're saving for a major purchase, and you're trying to make sure that you are building a life of stability and safety. And I feel like you're also asking, well, when do I get to go out and have fun and enjoy all that I've worked really hard for? I do see you being able to do that as well. I feel like you can have it all, basically. No matter what stage you are in life, you can have it all. But I feel you're someone who is cautious, okay, which is really wonderful, because, of course, you should look before you leap on anything. But I feel there's some sort of change that you're making in your life right now, maybe a new start. I mean, it could literally be that you are deciding to relocate across the world, or buy a new home, or you're thinking about changing your career sector if you are working, or some of you are thinking about changing relationships, or just your circumstances, opening yourself up to maybe a new hobby, or meeting new people, or trying to attract new soul tribe members so that you can have a group of people who understand you, who get you. Whatever changes you're making, they are really positive and they're going to work out in your favor. The Daughter of Cups is a very important card. This is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is a card of being in the flow of attraction. I mean, at grassroots, the Knight of Cups is about, pleasure seeking. It's also about being encouraged to attract what your heart desires at this time. So again, thoughts are becoming things. We've got the Father of Feathers, which is the King of Swords there. So this is, you recognizing during this full moon period that your thoughts have value, because they change the energy that is attracted to you at that time. So with the Daughter of Cups also, this is a card of you learning to love yourself a little bit more, especially those parts of yourself that you've neglected. Remember, the Cup of Love starts for the self first, okay? And I feel like you're going to look back on situations in your life during this period, because full moons tend to be a very reflective, intense, and very sensitive energy that we all experience. Now, of course, this reading is different from my usual readings, which are about money, finances, careers, love, what's going to happen. This is all about you and you checking in with you. So this is about you really reflecting on areas that you've neglected or felt like you did not have time for yourself. So I feel like you are going to love yourself a little bit harder during this period. And you're also going to admire the circumstances that you found yourself in the past and give yourself credit for how you dealt with them, okay? Because I feel, especially, I'm getting a sense that you should be proud of all you've accomplished so far. Even if you feel that right now you're not in the place where you want to be at, I feel it's important to realize that you've come a long way. And sometimes you forget that. You forget that the journey has been long and hard. And you are who you are because you have grown through those circumstances. So give yourself credit. I know it sounds a little bit tacky, but they're saying give yourself a pat on the back because you deserve it. You've done a really good job. And if no one has told you recently you're awesome, then I'm here to tell you that you're awesome. And I'm not here to blow smoke up your you-know-what. I'm just seeing, you got the 9 of Flames there. So that means that you are a wounded warrior, or you've had a lot of difficulty to be where you're at right now. This could be emotional difficulty. This could be physical difficulty. Whatever it is, you have battled away and you still haven't given up, okay? You may be feeling a little bit lost as you move throughout this moon period. And by that, I mean, you may be just trying to discover the next part of your journey or the next way, the next step, but you will find it. And you are actioning a plan right now where you're headed in the right direction. You are on the right track. So listen to your heart because it does not lead you astray, okay? Now, this Knight of Cups also indicates that some of you, If you look up the meaning of the Knight of Cups, it can also mean praise, okay? And I feel like you are someone who is really appreciated and valued in your life. I do get a sense that someone's going to reach out and send you a message this month to really underline what I've said, that you're awesome, and this person really cares about you and appreciates everything that you do for them. I mean, this could be a family member, it could be a child, it could be a friend. I mean, it could be a partner if you have a partner. So it could even be someone you work with who sends you a message in the next 6 weeks, is what I'm feeling, a month to 6 weeks. They send you a message to let you know how much they appreciate you and your efforts and you being here. You know, I feel like they really appreciate that. Now, with the Daughter of Cups, you're being encouraged to follow your heart, okay? And with this card, this is about not focusing on anything really unless it makes your heart sing with joy. So this is about what makes you happy. So you're really checking in with that heart space to find a way to your true north or to your happy place. Now, of course, happiness comes from within, but it starts to filter out and it changes your circumstances. So humans, it's not human nature for us always to be in a positive state of mind. If anyone is presenting as always like happy and high on life, I always get a little bit worried for them because I think, what is it that you're covering? What is it you are avoiding right now? Those people tend to be in pain or sadness. I do feel like you've had moments in the past where you've put a brave smile, a brave face on things in order to just get on by. But I feel, you've been very honest and open about who you are and how you're feeling long term. So I feel that you honor yourself in each moment that you find yourself. So if, for example, you're waking up one day and you're like, you know what, I want a duvet day. You may not be able to have one because you have a lot of responsibilities, but you're not going to act. You're not going to pretend that, everything's fine and dandy if it's not. I feel like you do, or you're starting in your maturity, you're starting to acknowledge how you feel and recognize it's okay sometimes to just not be okay. We are given as humans emotions that fluctuate. Okay, now these may fluctuate every moment. They may fluctuate from hour to hour. They may fluctuate from day to day. Sometimes we're just coasting and we feel numb. We don't feel anything. We're just doing. So it's about honoring yourself in this moment. And I feel during this full moon period, because it is in the sign of Virgo, which is to be of service, but because the full moon is kind of like, it is a juxtaposed energy where you release things that have perhaps not been serving you very well, you're actually going to be more in the flow of taking care of yourself. If you tend to be an overgiver, you're always giving. That's what the Knight of Cups energy is. You're always giving. You're always offering your love, your devotion, your encouragement to other people. And now during this full moon period, you're going to kick back and pamper yourself a little bit more because you're offering that inwards to yourself, okay? Some of you may be looking to attract love at this time, okay? I do feel suddenly out of the blue, you'll meet someone if you are looking for love. This person is a little bit younger than you, okay? You have a contract with this person, actually. There's a divine contract with this person. This person may work in the law court, so they may be a civil servant, or they work in an environment where they fight for what is right. They protect people, or they protect they could work in the services, for example. This is someone who is a good egg, okay? And you'll meet this person out of the blue. You may meet this person traveling. So if you are booking some sort of adventure or travel, I do get a sense that you'll meet this person out of the blue doing that. Or it may be that they're just about to go traveling when you meet, and they'll be back. Don't worry, they'll be back. They're falling in love with you. So whoever this person is, they are lucky indeed to have you in their life. So with this Daughter of Cups, we've also got the Father of Feathers. So during this period, I really feel like you're reflecting on moments where you give your unconditional love. And, sometimes you may have felt that although you've always offered your heart and your care and your devotion, you may be looking at areas where you feel that people have undervalued you, or you have felt that you overgave in a situation and it was not returned. You're not in a space where you want to just give to receive, okay? I see that clearly here, but I feel like you are readdressing the balance a little bit more, where you only connect to things that make you feel good, that don't deplete your energy, that are not toxic for you. So you're cutting a lot of things out. And that includes like health as well. This is coming up a lot for pretty much every sign. So I do apologize if you've heard this in your ascendant sign or your moon sign, if you're looking at different areas of your chart. But we are governed by that Virgo energy during this full moon, and that is concerned with the health. It is concerned with exercise, eating habits. So with this Father of Feathers, I really see you being very critical about what is good for you and what is not good for you, and cutting out things that perhaps have not been good for your energy, things that have made you feel bloated or lack of vitality. And I feel like you are just, as I said, becoming the better version of yourself, the best version that you can be. Also with the Father of Feathers, this indicates that during this moon period, you're going to be in a deeply reflective mode where you're rejuvenating your batteries, but also you're taking responsibility for something. You're being decisive, maybe trying to get clear on a project or a plan. You're strategizing. And this is a card also that indicates that you're in control of any changes that you're making during this period. You are someone who is highly intelligent. You have a very nice balance between logic and emotion. So whenever you make a decision, you check in with both. You're checking in with the heart space, but also with the head. I don't feel like there is a head over heart sort of battle this month. I actually find that you are going to be very balanced about a decision that you're making. And you just may need a pause to reflect on what is the best path for you as you move forward. Now, when it comes to your finances, the Father of Feathers tends to mean that you are a pro at your finances. So even if, for example, you have a repayment plan that you're connected to, and I feel like you're methodically just paying that off, you have a strategy, you have a plan, and I feel like you're commanding a good sense of what is best for your finances. So I do see, because you got such big major arcana cards here at the end, basically this indicates you have unlimited resources to get what you need. Also, the Justice card, when it comes to finances, really indicates that you may have some paperwork to deal with, or you may actually take up a new repayment plan. Some of you may be remortgaging your properties. With the Fool card, I feel like you're renewing these contracts, okay? And I do feel that whilst there may be a little bit of uncertainty when it comes to your, how can I put that? If you're doing like renewing a mortgage, or I actually see you being a little bit nervous about the fact that inflation or the rates have gone a little bit higher. But I feel if you take a pause for a moment and do a little bit of research, a little bit of due diligence, you'll actually find a lower rate, okay, that makes you feel a little bit less anxious. So just watch out for that. That's coming through there as well. I mean, as I said, these readings are not meant to be about these things, but if it comes through the reading, I will absolutely always honor it, okay? King of Feathers, this is you being in a very powerful position, okay? Lots of new ideas coming, but you're going to be very decisive and organized at this time. This is about you getting your life in order, and that really is influenced not just because of your sign and who you are, but it's more that influence of Virgo, where we start to be in a role of doing. So it's not going to feel like a chore. You're just going to find that you're going to be doing a lot more this month, even though in past months or past years you may have felt like there's just never enough time in a day. This month, you're actually going to get a lot of stuff done, and you're going to be really proud of yourself at the end of that month. Okay, now we do have the pink moon. It's in the resistance position. So it says new and exciting opportunities, focusing on the new, transcendence, maturity, fullness, fertility, first steps onto a new path. So because it's in the resistance position, it's like I got it in the reverse. So a lot of you may be feeling a little bit stagnant, or you feel that life is a little bit in limbo for you right now. And that may just be an influence you're feeling over that full moon period, where you just start to really check in with yourself and think, you know what, am I far enough on the path that I've intended? Am I on my true calling path? What is the next steps? And if I'm feeling a little bit stuck, how do I transform my circumstances to make it work for me? So I really feel that your focus right now, especially since we got the Fool card as an outcome, you're trying to start new things. Now, this could be new projects, new relationships, new friendships, could even be new ways of living, new ways of responding to challenging situations, new ways of working, or literally physically relocating into new areas. So I definitely see that It's something that perhaps you've been holding back on, or something that's popped into your mind occasionally, but you thought, how can I make it happen? So if you've wanted to move jobs, for example, you may put your resume out there, and it may have been a long time before an opportunity comes along, but now it's coming along for you, okay? Hold your course, because there is an opportunity that's being gifted to you by the universe that is perfect for you. Yes, there will be contracts. Yes, there'll be a little bit more administrative work that goes with that, but the money will be better and you will have a position of power. I mean, it may be even a promotion or a raise or something like that that comes your way. It's something you've been contemplating for some time, but suddenly it's happening. It's a reality, okay? Because that Saturn energy really makes us feel a little bit more disciplined to get all those ideas that we've been sitting on done, okay? Now, also, some of you, we've got the Nine of Flames here, and I feel you've been going through a lot of hard life lessons, okay, which are making you mature or making you, grow. We don't like to have lessons or tests in life, but unfortunately they are the course of living. Some people are very lucky and they don't have half as many as others, and it depends on the karmic cycle that you've come into this lifetime with, which is of course unfortunate. I've been taught so many painful lessons in my life that it's been difficult sometimes to reconcile. But if I look back on those circumstances now, I look back and think, you know what, I learned a lot. And I am very fortunate to have learned those lessons because I am who I am right now. Some of the things that I've been receiving in my life that are so positive, so beneficial right now, I was not mature enough to accept and appreciate those things when I was younger, okay? So sometimes we will look back and think, you know what, I can see the timing. I can see it is divine. Even though in the moment, many years ago, I was like, I want it now. I've been working really hard. It's not fair. Why is it not working? I'm going to give up. No, I'm not going to give up. Okay, I'm fed up, and repeat. So when I look back at my immaturity back then, I was growing through the lessons and it was painful. But when you're on the other side, things start to flow a little bit easier. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to have other lessons, because there are other lessons, that I'm dealing with as well in my life. So we are all in various seasons of our life, and I feel like you are looking at that in your life as you grow as well. Now, trees, they tend to represent spiritual growth, spiritual ascension, a lot of awakening energy, but also healthier energy. So you're planting roots, you're grounding yourself. Also, trees do represent wealth as well, not just of knowledge, but also financial wealth. So I definitely see you attracting more opportunities coming towards you. Now, we do have the Hangman. I mean, it's no accident. It's got the trial there, okay? So you have been learning a lot of lessons and seeing life from various viewpoints that are different than you started out with, shall we say. The Hangman indicates that you have sacrificed a lot in life to be where you are right now. And there is a lot of knowledge, but also, even if you've been pushed and pulled in various directions, you're actually going to realize it was worth it, because this card actually indicates relax. You're exactly where you're meant to be, and things are about to get better. You're going to see that, okay? If there are opportunities in your life that you felt did not work out in your favor, or you feel that things have not been going as quickly as you had wanted, they're indicating here that there is a balance of karma, and that you are actually going to be in the flow of receiving prosperity and abundance as you move through and after this full moon, okay? Because they're indicating fair. Okay, we've got, as I said, the justice. Some things may have felt that they were unfair in your life, but there is a readdress of the balance, and it is just for you because it's number 8 here. So we'll talk about that card when we get to it, okay? Now, also the Hangman indicates, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, you've had a lot of tough lessons in life, okay? You're being taught to surrender and trust the process, which is easier said than done. Sometimes we order something from the universe. For example, say if you're ordering love. Dear universe, I would love to find someone who loves me, for me, who's kind, loving, caring, honest, open, exciting to be with. Could you please deliver that person to my door? I would be truly grateful. Thank you so much. And then a week passes, 2 weeks pass. Nobody's come to your door. No love has shown up for you. then you reorder with the universe. Could you make this person super attractive? I have this type. It'd be really nice if they kind of looked a little bit like this. Doesn't matter aesthetically really, but it would be nice if they kind of looked like that. But also if they could be funny, kind, welcoming, have a good job where they've got their stuff together so that we can, pool our resources together and create a family. You've actually ordered twice. And although in a sense you want the same things, you've actually verbalized a different order. So think about, the law of attraction like ordering at a restaurant. You make your order, and as it's being delivered to you, you reorder again, but using different words and different ways to describe the situation. And then the universe looks at the order that is on its way to you and goes, oh, well, they didn't say anything about attractive and looking like this certain type. And they didn't say, to have a really good job so they can pool resources. So let's send that order right back to the restaurant, to the kitchen, okay? And we'll remake up the order. And by then, maybe a month has passed, and then you've reordered again using different words. I always say this to my best friends, or to anyone who asks, really, because I'm always, giving out experiences that I can, or advice where I can help people. That's my calling in life, to give my services out there to help anybody who wants me to help, of course. And I always say, write down a list. It is physical in sense and form. This is where the Father of Swords comes in. Write your list. Get clear on what you want. Analyze the words you're using, because whatever words you're using, you'll be surprised. It will work out in that favor, okay? Even if you use a word like, I don't know, many years ago, I asked for something in a very flippant way. And I use these words because I was actually joking with a friend at the time. And I was like, I really wish I could have this, this, and this. It would be hilarious. Well, the universe, as a joke, thought it was hilarious and then delivered every single thing that I asked for in the words, pretty much to the words that I asked for it. And I didn't want it that way, of course, because I was making a joke. But words are spellings. We spell words. They are spells. They are conjuring what is next in our life. So because you've got the King of Swords there, this is something to really reflect on over this moon period. Write down exactly what you want, the way you want it, okay? Because that is your order. Then tuck that little order safely somewhere. Forget about it. The universe will deliver it when the time is right, okay? So yes, I feel like you are someone, my beautiful Taurians, who have grown up pretty quickly, okay? I feel like when you were younger, you had to grow up pretty quickly. And I feel like you've had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. So you've always been in the motion of doing. You're someone who is super independent. You are someone who always tries to fix a situation, and you're always over giving, or you're always giving. So this moon period is about sitting back, reflecting, getting some rest, recharging your batteries, because you're nearly at burnout, okay? You are exhausted. With this Nine of Wands, this indicates that you've been feeling, that it's time to take stock of all your situation and really allow new insights to arise so that you can make new steps or change direction or transform some area of your life that you feel is not working efficiently for you, okay? The Nine of Wands really indicates, Nine of Flames is the Nine of Wands. It really indicates that you are checking in to see if there's a different path that may be right for you at this point. It will still lead to the same goal, but you're wondering, is there an easier way to get what you want? Because you've battled away. The Nine of Wands indicates it has been a difficult journey to get to where you are right now. And you're just setting down your load for a moment to recharge those batteries and then pick it right up again and go to the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, everyone sees it as such a difficult card, but it actually indicates strength, endurance. And as soon as you get to the Ten of Wands, that really means you're about to set down that heavy load and enjoy the fruits of your labor, okay? Then you move into the Page of Wands energy, which is, being able to you recharge your batteries, but also all your commitments, you get good news on them, things start to flourish, and you can free yourself up in the energy. Page of Wands is a little bit more about being active. So I definitely see this Nine of Flames of you taking stock and reevaluating circumstances. Some of you may have felt a little bit cautious because you felt something is off in your world. Something is just not feeling like it should be running the way it is. And I feel like you're going to take charge by strategizing to change those areas of your life in order to bring in better energy. Nine of Wands, though, does mean that you are shifting your energy. It can mean that you need to get organized on something because you feel a shift, shall we say. So, for example, world events. Economically, there's a lot of emotional, everyone's feeling like these emotional fluctuations that connect to the economic situation. Intuitively, you can feel, and logically, if you really research it, you can feel that the economic system is broken in some way and that there is a fluctuation due at some point. I see a lot of you re-strategizing in order to put yourself in a very good position should there be a fluctuation in the markets. If you have investments or, of course, pretty much everybody should probably have a pension. So you may be looking at how things affect your personal circumstances, but on a global scale. And I really feel like you're in a very deep reflective thinking mode. You're very intelligent. So I see you putting yourself in a really strong position. You've got the Strength card here, you've got the Fool card here, and you've also got the Justice card. So you're doing what is right for your circumstances, and there's a little bit of magic that also is coming in for you as well, which means have faith. Anything is possible. That happens with that Fool card right there. Now we do have Uranus, which of course is the equivalent of a Tower energy. This is unexpected, surprise, suddenness, revolution, unorthodox, freedom, genius, original insight, and inventions. So this is about your thoughts becoming actions, okay? And all your light bulb moments, all those moments of clarity starting to work in your favor. Everything is slotting into place. I feel like you are someone, as I said, is very flexible. If something's not working, you're finding bright ideas for you to blossom, for you to thrive. There's some blue bottles right there. So this may be something that's really been annoying you or bugging you for a little while, something that perhaps you've been trying to work out. Even if you know what you want to do, you may found that it's difficult to find how to do it. So if you are, I don't know, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're someone who, either wants to start up your own business or you're wanting to buy a property and you've never done it before, you may be like, oh my gosh, what do I need to do in order to make it happen? Who do I need to approach? What professionals do I need to enlist in order to help me on my path and make sure all the legalities are in the right place? So something you've never done before. You may be making adjustments to find out a little bit more about how to do it. So some of you may reach out and see free videos online of how to do something. That's why YouTube is such a wonderful place, because if you're like, how do I do this? There is a video out there for free for you to be able to do it. So I feel like you're actually going to find the knowledge that you need. But if you need to go a little bit deeper than that and employ or seek a professional in a certain area, then you're definitely going to be doing that as well. That puts you in a very, very good position long term. Okay. Now, sudden changes. This is the equivalent, as I said, of a Tower energy, which does mean if you've been feeling stuck with that Hangman energy, or you're feeling that life has just got a little bit humdrum, that things are in a repetitive cycle, you're feeling unmotivated, you're asking the universe, does it ever change? Where's the excitement? Where's this, that, and the other? I feel like you're liberating yourself from a difficult situation and you're rejuvenating. Also, what's really wonderful about the Tower energy, it means it kind of exposes areas that need to change. And if we are not learning the lesson, so if you're feeling really stuck and unhappy in a situation for such a long time, and the universe has given you sign after sign after sign to cut it out, and you've ignored it, or you've just said, yeah, I will when I feel safe enough to do so, sometimes the universe comes and nudges you off that fence to take a leap of faith. Because you've got the equivalent of the Tower with that Uranus energy. Uranus is like, all change, everybody off, suddenly, okay? And you've got the Fool card, which is to take a leap of faith. So if it's a new idea you've been sitting on, If it's, you know that you need to implement a healthcare routine that actually benefits you because you're burning yourself out, you're feeling a little bit under the weather, or you've been, having a lot more unwellness recently because you've been just exhausted doing so much, then I feel like you're going to find a pocket to really focus on yourself and restructure your schedule in order to put you first. All else will follow from there, okay? Now, we do have semi-sextile and we have justice. So it says allowing opportunity with effort, energies attracting it says lack of ease, potential for growth, and tempers. So with this card, this really indicates that there are a lot of opportunities headed your way, but everything that you've been fighting hard to receive, or you've been battling away to try to accomplish, is going to work with you better, or it's going to bring a little bit more ease. Also, they're showing me ginger. I mean, this is so random. They're showing me some ginger right now, raw ginger. So some of you, if you've been under the weather, you had a seasonal cold, or you felt that your immune systems have been a little bit low. I mean, of course, ginger is great for that sort of thing. Maybe some of you are literally using ginger right now. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure. Ginger, of course, has healing properties. It's really good to strengthen the immune system. So that's just coming out up there. They're also showing me peppermint tea. So, I mean, that obviously is for the digestive system. So maybe they're highlighting a digestive problem that you've been dealing with for a while, and you're cutting it out and you're trying to strengthen your resources in that area. I mean, peppermint tea is so, if you like the taste, I like the taste. It's so wonderful. It's so calming. It's so peaceful. So I feel like it's a bit of a breath of fresh air for your digestive system. So that's obviously for someone out there. But you're attracting opportunities with little effort, okay? There is a lot of growth here for you. And I feel like your energies, especially over the full moon period, you're in a law of attraction. Not every sign is in the law of attraction. You are. Now we have the Justice card, which basically is... They just said blue moon to me. Okay. Now it's interesting because they actually said blue moon to me when I do a little meditation. Before your reading, I do 10 minutes, little meditation before your reading, and images and signs and songs and everything come up in that little meditation. And I don't actually mention it until it comes up in the water again, because I scry during your reading. And they just said blue moon to me again. Now I just realized you actually do have a blue moon right there. I mean, this is Uranus, right? But it's actually Uranus, but it's not really the blue moon. But from a distance, it looks like the blue moon. Maybe that's a tenuous link. I'm not sure. But there seems to be all these circles that are blue in your reading, okay? That's a father of feathers. But I'm just going to show, I wrote it down, blue moon, right over here. I'm just going to actually give you the piece of paper that I wrote blue moon on there. For some reason, they're saying it again, but I'm going to check in with the energy and see what they want me to... decode from that. I hope you can read my writing. It says blue moon. Okay, so I mean, I put blue moon, once in a lifetime opportunity. Well, they got opportunity there. A time of illumination, bring calm energy. I mean, they just gave me ginger and peppermint tea. So maybe that's what they're saying. There's a once in a lifetime opportunity coming towards you, something you've been attracting, and it's going to bring you peace. I mean, you may also see lots of references to blue moons in your life over the next 6 weeks. Could be the song Blue Moon. That didn't play, but I'm just trying to think of things. It could also be a poster or something that has a blue moon on it. They're giving me the blue moon for a reason, and blue moon is rare. I do feel also they're giving me the sense that you are rare and that you deserve the best, because you often give the best of yourself. They just corrected me. They said always give the best of yourself. You always give the best of yourself. So you deserve more good opportunities to head your way. I feel also, okay, they're giving me the sense that you are a rare soul, and something you consider a lucky talisman or omen will be significant for you this month. So maybe you've got like a lucky coin, because they're actually showing me a coin right now, or maybe you're going to see lots of coins all over the place. It tends to be pennies or cents or things like that. So look out for those. But something you consider lucky will be significant. Now, if, for example, you've got a lucky I don't know, you've got a lucky stone, for example. You may notice that this accidentally falls on the floor, or it draws your attention in some way, or it ends up in your bag and you don't know how it got there. There's something about your talisman or something lucky for you this month that will remind you that you're in a state to receive opportunity and good fortune. Okay, and this could also come in the form of good news, is what they're showing me too. But there may be like a book called The Blue Moon, or a song, something that's significant. Listen to the lyrics, or listen to, Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. That could be that you're meeting someone for love out of the blue. So please take it as it resonates. Now I'm going to move on from that. You are someone who is honest and true blue to attack. Okay. This Justice card indicates that you are going to get some good karma, and you are going to, win a situation or something that you've been wrestling with. You will find a solution to it. If you've been going through any sort of legality, I feel like it will go in your favor. You will require strength. You will rebuild and you will move forward, but ultimately you end up being the winner, okay, of this situation. Also with the Justice card, this is about making adjustments in your life to find that balance, to make the changes that are necessary. And if you have anyone in your life who's been insensitive or who has been unfair, I feel like you are addressing the balance by taking a step back from that situation, because there's no point in connecting to things that hurt you or harm you in any way, because you are valuable and you deserve the best. Sometimes humans, we settle for less than we truly deserve, okay? And they want you to be aware that you deserve a lot of good things to come your way, and they are headed in your direction, okay? We do have the Strength card, so this is an indication of self-reflection, being gentle with yourself, overcoming obstacles, and implementing self-love and respect routines. This is about building healthy boundaries, and also it's about building your confidence and recharging your batteries. So you're finding that motivation that you truly deserve and desire. It's interesting because this is number 11. Now, normally the Justice card is number 11 and the Strength card is number 8. But these two cards, you have them opposing. You have the opposites there. So I feel like you're being really honest with yourself where you need to take care of yourself in certain areas over this full moon period. And as I said, this is just like a quick check-in. But the Strength card is a powering up of energy. Also, lots of pearls of wisdom there coming to you in a period of reflection. Also with the Strength card, this basically means you have unlimited resources, and you have the gift of endurance, okay? You are strong because you've had to be strong. You're very independent. You've had a difficult journey, and a lot has, you've been through some very anxious times, and you've come out the other side better for it, okay? I feel with these cards in this position, I feel like have faith. Things are working out in your favor, but remember to take a break, okay? It's important to recharge those batteries. And finally, we've got the Fool card. Now, the Fool card is to fall in love with your inner child. Or to honor your inner child. So a lot of you may be doing some deep emotional work there over this full moon period, thinking about that inner child, loving yourself a little bit harder, almost reconnecting as an adult and saying, you know what, there's nothing to worry about. You got this. You're strong. You grow up into an incredible human being, and, just take it slow. Forgive all the situations you need to forgive and let them go. Not for the other person, not for the situation, but so you can release the karmic baggage so that you can actually lighten your load and feel free enough to explore life the way it's meant to be explored and try to have fun along the way. This is a card of pleasure seeking as well. So you're trying to free yourself up from responsibility by maybe tweaking your schedule just so you can fit some more time in for you during this period. And the Fool card also is about, there are some wonderful things to look forward to. There's some fresh hope. You may be taking a chance on something. I mean, your first card and the last card, they are cards of chance, taking a risk, doing your due diligence. As I said, looking before you leap. You are thinking about something before you act, but it works out in your favor. It releases you. It gives you a spring in your step and a new adventure actually beckons for you. So whatever it is that you are doing or trying to change in your life, it's going to feel great, and you're going to, find yourself in the best situation for you. Okay. Also with the Fool card, they're indicating here, as you grow and as you mature, you tend to look younger. Okay. They're actually showing me that as you get older, you grow into yourself and you look really awesome. I know it's not about aesthetics. This showed up for the Scorpio reading as well. So perhaps you've got some Scorpio in your chart, but they are showing me that despite the battles that you've been through, despite the troubles that have, saddened your heart along the way, they're indicating that that stress and that strain never really shows up on your face. You look youthful for your age, and people may comment that you look younger than your age as well. So thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please guide them? Now also, some of you may be learning new skills, or you may be looking at areas where you've had analysis paralysis in your life, and you may be trying to correct the balance so that you take a little bit more risk in your life. Of course, as I said, it will be calculated risk. You're not just going to jump in and throw caution to the wind. But now if you've got Scorpio in your chart, you'll know that a raven showed up in the Scorpio reading, okay, as an image in the water. But just want you to be aware there. They're actually showing me in the water for you, they're showing me a sunflower, okay, a sunflower. Now this sunflowers, they tend to follow the sun during the day, but sunflowers, they tend to represent like happiness, abundance, community vibes. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, someone may gift you a sunflower, or you're going to see sunflowers everywhere you go, whether it's on a poster, on a movie, on an advert, in the store, wherever it is. I mean, in reality, if it's in a field, that would be even better. You're connecting with nature. But look out for sunflowers too. It represents abundance and following your true calling to find your happy place in the world. Okay, so your final cards are the Raven. So Shaman, you are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is a power in your wisdom and words. Connect to the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Now, so important. There is power in your wisdom and words. We already talked about the power of your words, okay? And they become thought forms. You will overcome any obstacles. And ravens, they tend to be messengers. They're actually harbingers of change. So, and an indication that you are being guided by divine forces to find yourself in a secure, safe position during difficult and times of evolution or change, okay, radical change. And we are going through radical changes right now. So I do feel like you're protected and directed during this time. Also, we got frog prosperity, and that really showed up in your reading and in your cards. So it says here, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you, okay? All the cards pointed to that in your reading. So it's wonderful that this is your final card there as well. So I'll leave it there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Feathers. Father of feathers. Okay. Feathers are connected to the mind, that you are very super intelligent. Your thoughts are important. You're going to meet like-minded people who value what you have to say, and words are important. I mean, they're important every day, but I feel like going to be extra special important during this full moon in Virgo. Also, you're going to see a lot of feathers on your path, indicating that you are on the right one, and that your guides and those who walk before you from your family lineage, they walk with you at this time to strengthen you on your path. You're not alone, okay? They want you to be aware of that too. So be confident in your decisions, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something does resonate in that reading for you, my beautiful Taurians. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians. Love and light.